Hello. Welcome. Welcome to Nintendo Sense. There we go. We're taking a look at Sonic Origins Plus today on the Nintendo Switch. Let me just get everything set up and then I'll start recording as well while we're live here. So I'm going to make an edited version of this content. Alright, there we go. I got everything pulled up. We're ready to go. Welcome to the stream. Make sure we get all those messages, not just the top messages. All the lovely things. All those lovely things. Alright. Where, oh where, has my little stand gone? I don't know what I did with that thing. I'll just put it like this. This works. This works. I am excited to check this update out. Let's go. I did check it out a little bit. I'm going to start recording now. Hey, welcome to Nintendo Sense YouTube channel. We're checking out the Sonic Origins Plus update. Got Sonic CD, Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, and Knuckles. And mostly they added some new options here under the museum part. You can turn on an anti-aliasing that does nearest neighbor pixel filtering or something like that on the Game Gear games and the regular game, and you can turn that on and off. So that's really cool. Let's check out some of those Game Gear games first, and then we'll check out the regular games as well. So we will check out Sonic the Hedgehog Triple Trouble here. And so I turned on this nearest neighbor pixel filtering. It looks kind of soft on the image. The sound's still a little harsh, but you can turn on mono sound. And it still sounds stereo, so I don't know what this mono sound, but they fixed the sound, but you have to turn it on. And you can still turn it off and have the terrible sound from before, I guess. Not really technical on that, so don't take me. Yeah, this is very blurry with this setting on. I can't change the setting in-game, unfortunately. So we have to go back to the menu. But I'm going to go ahead and load up the game first, so that way we can see the difference. And then we'll come back afterwards. And you can see the difference. So it's a little blurry because it's got this nearest neighbor pixel rendering feature. It kind of smooths out the graphics. Now the upside to this blurriness is that it's a little easier to look at on a modern LCD. So that's why they do this here. If you're asking yourself, why would they do that? Well, and they did it right. They did nearest neighbor pixel rendering. And so this is what it looks like with that anti-aliasing on. And it's designed to make it more palatable, give you less like motion sickness from the slow frame rate kind of thing. And then, I mean, obviously everyone's going to play this not just for the Game Gear games, which are a nice bonus, but people are going to play this for the original games. But then if you turn this feature off, and this looks different in the regular game too, so we'll show that as well. If you turn this feature off, same thing with sound. If you turn this mono sound feature off, you can go back to the original audio and the Game Gear game. So we'll just load up the same game to get an idea of the difference. And here you can see you have the crisp, jagged pixels and the weird sound not corrected. Some of the games it doesn't matter if you turn that sound effect on or off because they actually have stereo sound, but some of them don't. And so that's what that's for. Why wouldn't they just do it on a game by game basis? I really don't know. I don't have all the answers here, but trying to get through this menu so we can get back and look at the game side by side. You can kind of already get a feel for it. What happened? We went into the options. Sega, yes, I see. Sonic the Hedgehog. Let's get in there. So the start button is X, in this case, in this emulator. Great turquoise. So now we can see the difference. It's got the stereo audio instead of the mono audio, which some of the games kind of work with, some of them don't. It still sounds a little funny. There is a bit of audio doubling going on because of the way the games were emulated and the way the Game Gear actually worked. But you've got the smoother pixel, not the smoother, the more crisp looking pixels that aren't blurred out. And even though it looks crisper, again, it goes back to that the other image was a little easier, more palatable to look at on a modern display. Where this, the frames are a little jaggy. The frame pacing's a little weird. And it's not because it's emulated poorly, that's just actually how it ran on the Game Gear. It's emulated very well. Or not emulated, yeah, I guess it is emulated, whatever they did here. Anyways, back to the game catalog. So these Game Gear games were a fun bonus that they threw in, but that's not the meat of the experience. And we will stop that recording. Start a new one with the story mode stuff. So now we're going to compare... We're going to compare one of the games. Let's do Sonic the Hedgehog and Knuckles. And we'll start from the title screen. So you can see this is with the nearest neighbor pixel rendering, which blurs the image a little bit. I think this is how the game defaulted to before the update, but I could be wrong. Let's just load up this Sonic and Knuckles save file here. So there, I mean Sonic and Tails. So actually the nearest neighbor picture rendering looks very good in this game. But I could see where you would want that crisp pixel effect that's not as blurry. And so we're going to take a look at that as well. And so this is what it looks like in motion with that effect on. And we'll go through a similar gameplay area. We should probably play until Sonic loses his rings or something. Go through a similar gameplay area. When we turn it off. Which I wish you could turn off in-game, but as far as I know you can't do. You have to go all the way back to that options menu. So that's a little inconvenient. That's something I'd like to see changed in a future update, is to be able to access those graphical options in-game, in real time. And maybe even give us some more fun ones, too. The fire on the screen. Okay. So now I'm going to go back to the main menu. And we'll change the setting. And you can see the difference. Oh, I didn't record that. That's okay. So we had the anti-aliasing on. Now we have the anti-aliasing off. For the sound, I'm going to want to turn the mono audio on because that's a thing. Okay, let's load up the same game and we're going to continue hopefully right where we're at. Yeah, and so now you've got the crisp pixels without any blurring. And for these games, I think actually having it off looks better. For the Game Gear games, because of the low frame rate, I think it's better to have it on. For these games, I think it's better to have it off. I like this crisp, chunky, jagged pixel look. But in motion, you'll notice if you were to look at them side by side, if I would have recorded this properly. I'll re-record that footage later. In motion, you probably can't tell on YouTube, honestly, because we're live streaming too. That's the other thing. I should probably record all that stuff in high res now that I think about it. If I'm going to do any kind of comparison like that. In motion, the blurring kind of does some stuff to make it easier to focus on your character. But I much prefer this crisp pixel look. And even made gameplay seem like I was moving faster, like I got here faster. Pretty sick that they have the option for whatever you prefer. I mean, you like it, you don't like it, you like both. It's like whatever, you got it. And I love that kind of stuff. I wish we had more games where they gave us more options to turn certain graphical features on and off as we deemed for our eyeballs pleasing viewing experience. And this is the Sonic Origins update. There's other things that were fixed and added. the intro to the, I'll go over the patch list actually in a minute. The intro to the Switch, like the video and animations on the intro screen and intro video were updated for the Nintendo Switch. Oh man, I'm getting my butt whooped. And I guess they're smoother now and look better. All versions of the game got these anti-aliasing updates. They fixed some bugs surrounding animations involving new characters that are playable, like Amy and some of the other new characters that were only playable in this game. They fixed a lot of bugs mostly. But the major feature update was the graphical options, fixing the audio. And so it's really nice to see Sega go back and actually take the time to show that they care. And hopefully we'll get another patch on top of this that'll fix any lingering issues and maybe even clean up some of that audio stuff that I was talking about and we're looking at here. All in all, it's an amazing experience, and I'm really happy to finally have all the graphical options. They fixed some kind of bug with this mode too, and I'm pretty sure they optimized the whole experience. So kudos to them for supporting the game post-launch. Oh, I need something to drink. Ooh, those blue spheres. Gotta use the D-pad for this. Where's the other ones? Oh, I gotta go through a maze. Blue sphere maze. Messed up. Welcome, Christian Kayard. Sorry for the late reply. They fixed Sonic Origins Plus on Switch. What was wrong with it? Oh, they fixed it on all platforms. There's just some bugs. It's not like it was terrible or anything. There's just some bugs. Oh, it gave me another try. Look at that. I get another try at this for some reason. Did I spend something to do that? Anyways, so yeah, they fixed it. I'm gonna go over the patch list in a minute. Let me finish this mini game. I was trying to focus on talking about the changes, and we did show off a lot of the visual changes. And then I got so tapped into the game. Okay, let's get out of here. No, we're not gonna waste any coins. That was fun though. That was cool. Let's get to the save part, and then we'll move on, and we'll go back to the thing, and we'll pause it for a second here. Yeah, they fixed some stuff. Let's go over the patch notes. So players can toggle off, on and off anti-aliasing to have a nearest neighbor picture rendering. We talked about that. Opening animation quality is improved on Nintendo Switch. Players can toggle Game Gear sound to mono. Game Gear games will now fill into the provided screen space properly. I'm not sure what they mean by that. Super Amy will have proper after images while running. Amy's movements will appear smoother in Sonic 2 special stages. Metallic Madness Zone 2 item boxes, locations, and contents are now properly placed. In Quartz Quadrant Zone 2, Amy will no longer disappear as the camera moves away in certain conditions. Player can now pause the game while in Doomsday Zone. In Boss Rush mode against Egg Tilter, Knuckles will have proper rolling animations from springs. In Flying Battery Zone, dash spinning into the magnetic phases will no longer result in instant collision death. The correct description for jump is now present in the Chinese localization. In competition mode, Knuckles' change direction movement has been adjusted. Additional physics adjustments have been made in the Sandopolis zone. Menu text will no longer shrink after entering the museum and returning to the main menu. I noticed that. Was a weird bug. Amy will now be able to complete stage loops while using her rush attack. The game will no longer crash while playing as Sonic and Tails after collecting the 6th Chaos Emerald in Sonic 1. In Sonic CD, extras that are unlocked will now remain unlocked. In Sonic CD, Amy will appear in the proper coordinates after time traveling in certain levels. Let's check that out. Let's play Sonic CD as Amy. Don't save. Let's get rid of that. Moving on. Sonic CD is one of my favorites. We'll start from the title screen because we're gonna have to skip through some of it though, so that Sega doesn't freak out. Yeah, it's okay. We can clear the save data. I'm not that far. Oh, did I load the save data as Amy? Oh, she has some kind of ability. See that? I didn't know that. I haven't played as her much. So yeah, I decided to make this video. I know there's already a lot of videos showcasing the update on YouTube, but I was like, you know what? I made a cool thumbnail for it. Let's go. Let's show off the video. Check in with some people and say hi, see how y'all are doing, show off the changes anyways. Just for fun. And I'm glad I did because it's actually a lot of fun, and my son will like this video. I'm going to show him this video. He's going to love it. And it's also a test. I made some changes to my future. Okay, I made some changes to some of my streaming stuff. With a test of that kind of stuff too. The past. Future. Snaps, we're time traveling. Is she gonna appear in the correct place? She appeared in the correct place. I kind of noticed that one too when I was playing. I noticed that she wasn't always appearing in the correct place. I didn't think anything of it. I mean, I did think it was weird, but I didn't think it was a bug. I thought that was just what was supposed to happen. It's nice that they took the time to figure that stuff out. Sounds pretty cool too. Okay, jumping, running, jumping. What's this? Oh, it's a coin. Soundtrack's pretty sick. What's really cool about these Sonic games is it's a really good way to play these games. And the only complaint that a lot of people had about it, besides some of the bugs, was the visual settings, and now you've got some of those visual settings, and plus they threw in Game Gear games for free as a bonus. That's awesome. So yeah, I really had a lot of fun checking this out, and I'll probably play this some later with my son. If you liked watching this video on Nintendo Sense YouTube channel, I hope you'll consider subscribing to ring that bell for notifications. Leave a thumbs up for more content like this. And most importantly, I hope you guys have the most wonderful days. And I'll see you next time. Have a great day. Bye. Sonic Origins.